Hi everybody, it's Dr. Barby here. I wanted to post a little something about intuitive eating. It has been a while that I posted about intuitive eating. I've been mainly posting about one of the principles of intuitive eating, which is exercise feel the difference, posting some videos and some things for CrossFitters and people who want to do some physical activity because it feels good to move your body. But I wanted to stop here and talk about numbers. So I'm not diabetic and I definitely have thin privilege. If you have seen my videos showing my body, I have average type size body. But I do have a very strong family history of diabetes on both sides of my family. And so I wanted to discuss about intuitive eating and what it can sometimes do to your numbers. If you're someone who either has prediabetes or is concerned about diabetes or has diabetes already, high cholesterol, etc. I wanted to let you know about studies that actually, if you look it up, and I suggest anytime you look up studies, go to PubMed, PUBMED.org or .org, because these are the scientifically based studies. There's now over 100 studies on intuitive eating and how actually, if you take someone who has a restrictive diet of any sort, whether it's restricting calories, restricting types of macronutrients, or restricting types of foods, if you have someone on a restrictive diet versus someone who is intuitive eating, the intuitive eater tends to have better numbers in their health. And an example that I wanted to give you is my own. Like I said, I don't have diabetes, I don't have prediabetes, but my hemoglobin A1C, which is actually the sugar levels in the last 3 months average, has dropped 0.7% from when I was restricting in terms of counting macronutrients. I was still eating about 1,500 calories a day, which for someone my size is actually not that low, but a little bit lower than the recommended American diet, to 0.7% drop when I'm eating intuitively. And this means some days I'm eating a lot of vegetables, some days I'm eating a lot of chocolate, some days I'm eating a lot of bread. And to me, I was actually astonished when I saw my number comparison because I was actually scared. That was the reason why I got the A1C in the first place. I didn't need it since I don't have prediabetes or diabetes, but I was so scared. I told my doctor that I wanted to check because I had been eating all these carbohydrates and very little fat, very little protein, just because that's what I was craving for a period of time. About 3 weeks before I got the test, that's mainly what I was eating. And I was so scared and concerned that I wanted to check my A1C because my A1C was getting closer to a pre-diabetic range. And when I got those results with the 0.7% drop, eating the way I was eating, it just blew my mind. I mean, I knew about it with reading about the intuitive eating, but seeing it on my own lab results was astonishing. Also, my HDL, or good cholesterol, actually increased by about 20 points. And I haven't changed my physical activity that much. I've been CrossFitting for about 8 years. And so from last year to this year, my HDL going up 20 points. And I think it has to do with the fact that I have been stronger and lifting heavier weights, which might have to do with the fact with eating what my body is craving at the time. So if it needs more protein, I will eat it. If it needs more carbohydrates, I will eat it. If it wants a break, I won't eat. I just literally go by my hunger and fullness cues, but it's outstanding how these changes have occurred, especially when I was thinking that it was going to show the opposite, complete opposite. It's amazing. I mean, looking at my colleagues, there's 5 of us in the area that I work, and if you combine what all of them eat in a day of work, like what I see them eating, I eat more than them, all of them combined, in a work day. So to me, it's just have no words. I have no words. I highly recommend that if you are concerned for your own health, look into intuitive eating, get with a provider that might be able to guide you through that. I actually provide coaching. I'll put information below. But even if it's someone in your area, or if you just want to start reading the articles at pubmed.org, you will not regret reading this information. And it took me 10 years to start eating intuitively because I was too scared of gaining weight. And now I'm amazed by what it's done to the way I feel and what it's done to my lab results. I mean, it's astonishing, amazing. I love it. I feel great. There's just nothing wrong. Really, the only downside I've found about intuitive eating is that when I really want to keep eating chocolate or something delicious and I'm full, I don't. But it's not that bad because I know I'll eat it later or at some other point. So that's like the only negative thing I can think about this journey. I highly, highly suggest you start reading about articles and get yourself educated on this information with intuitive eating and how it helps actually your health. I hope you find this video helpful and you go investigate. If you have any questions, please write on the comments below and have a wonderful day.